Yes, welcome back. Recent figures from the Debt Management Office, DMO, reveal that Nigeria's total debt currently stands at 8.32 trillion naira. Statistics as at the end of September this year suggest that the debt owed by Nigeria is both domestic and external debt of the federal government, and much of it is from domestic sources. The ratio of government's domestic debt to foreign debt is 82 to 12 instead of the normal ratio of 60 to 40. Why is this so? Are the funds generated from the foreign investments and our local produced mismanaged? What does this debt ratio imply for our economy? And are they by chance of Nigerians paying back the entire loan? Is there any chance for Nigeria be able to pay back the loans? It's your view, let it count. You can call us on 070-8066-8014, or you can tweet at us at YourViewTVC. All right, would have loved to have a guest, somebody, an economist, somebody who can come explain better to us on our debt profile and what's being used, what the money is being used for within Nigeria. But off the top of your head, from what you know of the fact that Okojo as well, I say that we have, what they say then? That we didn't have the liquid cash.
Yeah.
We're not broke.
We're not broke, but we just don't have money because we're being owed money.
Oh, yeah. So with all that in mind, what are your thoughts on the fact that they're saying our debt profile is really high? Let's start with you.
Okay, Director General of the DMO, Dr. Abraham Wanko, has come up with strategies of reducing our debts. And he's saying that the interest rates on foreign debts are 12%. Interest rates on domestic debts are 88%. So he's saying we should borrow more foreign money than domestic. But I'm saying that domestic is when you put out bonds, which are the majority of the debts owed domestically, is to suck up money circulation within the country. So it's not, except you're saying that whatever monies you've made from that, you've used it for something else that you cannot retrieve. Usually this money sucked up is in the central bank, and whenever you're short of money, you just sell the bonds back.
So the money is available, just not that with you.
Yeah. So except they're saying to us now that the monies that we have sucked up, we have used on constructing roads or buying private jets for the president and buying cars for minister, then the money should be in their treasury. So we shouldn't owe. So as much as you say we're owing this much, it's not like money that you're looking for.
But we do have foreign debts too.
Yeah, we do. I like to say, you see, every country, every economy, every business, we live off debts. If you're supposed to be able to properly manage yourself.
Not necessarily
borrow
supposed
money.
to.
The best way to increase your net income is to borrow money, make good investments. Now, I think what we should, what I feel is that our government should not concentrate on the fact that they want to diversify whether they should have debts internally or externally, but they should find a way to ensure that the money coming in is invested properly so that it is not wasted. We can't borrow money and squander it. If we borrow money, we should ensure that you use it well. That way, it will not be a loss entirely.
Okay, let's go to. So that's a good point you made, making use of the money. Now,
but before you go to your next point, can I remind us that 70% of our annual budget is recurrent, meaning paying the president and ministers and the House of Assembly. So if you only have 30% of whatever monies that you're spending within a year on, we want to build road, we want to power education, capital expenditure, how are you supposed to make enough money to service your debt?
Don't just mention president and it's somehow because you just mentioned the president and House of Assembly. They pay staff too. They pay the civil service.
Recurrent is really what the recurrent. What you did not finish paying last year, you're paying them again this year.
Exactly.
So it's not only salaries. There are other things too that coming in from last year that's entering the new.
But you know that the Minister of Finance was saying this year that the National Assembly are spending the bulk of our money.
All right, we have a call. Let me take Leke's call. Good morning, Leke. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, go ahead.
We have a very big problem in this country. We have demand. How can you run a business? You are owing me, you are telling me you are not broke, you cannot pay. Now, if we have good people managing and planning, someone like Okonjo should know better. Unfortunately, they'll be busy watching Star Network. Now, if they are serious with managing the economy like a private business, they will do good for this country. Okay. I pray God will help us in flushing them out so that real managers, don't smile, I know you know what I'm talking about. Real managers will come on and manage this country, you can smile, and manage this country for all.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
He accused you not to smile because you are a pro Okonjo-Iweala. You know, so you know what he's talking about. So don't smile.
Another thing, this thing has come up over and over again. Like what a very, very valid point she brought up. We need to, like, we all know, you cannot run when you run your country on debts and all is going into is not investments, then you are at loss automatically because the profits would go there and you don't have money to pay. We need to reduce our expenditure. We need to reduce. Is it that bad? And it should come from the top.
It's not even just the reduction of our expenditure.
Okay, go ahead.
The monies that we've made, where are they going into? Just like you said, every single thing that we make on sales of crude oil, this or that oil department, that because we always say that our money comes from oil. It comes from agriculture, the exports that we have. What do we channel it into? Just like a country's income, a country's funds should also be treated like business funds. Once you have money that you can hold on to that and say, we own this, you should invest it in such a way that you can make profit from it. And then you channel the profit into the development of the country instead of having to borrow over and over again.
Okay, I have a call. Let me take Elijah Martins. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Good morning. Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, ladies. How are you this morning? How are you?
Very well.
I look at all of you, and you are all mothers, and majority of you are all mothers. I wonder how you feel every morning when you open the papers, and everything you reel out is negative about this country. I feel very, very, very sad. Somebody dies. Somebody is money embezzled, received something, everything about this country. I believe Okonjo-Iweala, I think, is there to serve the interests of the World Bank or IMF or whatever. Nobody in this country loves. Look at Lagos. Look at how much they make from IGR, internally generated revenue. Look at what Lagos makes. Can't the federal government, Nigeria at large, can't we make enough money? Can't we smile in this country? Roads are dilapidated. The schools are not opening. Everything. And you fine ladies, you come there, you smile. It's painful to me. Our children, especially, believe me, I feel like weeping for this country.
Thank you so much, Oga.
Something more drastic. Murayo and all others. I think we need to change. We need to change. Do something. Make suggestions. Radical suggestions. Don't be institution followers. Do some radical things. There, you will be effective. You are women. You are our mothers. Please, I'm sad.
Thank you very much, Elijah Martins. Really, very.
What we could say about it is that for us here on this panel is that we try to bring the issues to your attention, to the attention of the people that watch our program. Try to raise the issues, explain them to the layman so they understand what the issues are. And by raising awareness, then we can start asking for better governance. We can start asking for better things in our country that we know that we are entitled to. Because the other day we had a lawyer and we said that when we asked him a question, we asked not because we didn't know what the answer was, but because we're thinking of the viewers that if you could understand what the issues are, and they explain it to you, then you start as a civilian, start asking yourself, what is my government doing for me? And what exactly, to the point of the local government, where are our solutions coming from?
I think Lade has hit the nail on it perfectly. It's just that I just like to add one or two things. You see, the show also would help people to make the right choices. Once you have the information, you make the right choices. We're going to have to start holding our leaders accountable. We're not going to take 2015 is around the corner, and we are getting ready for it. Women too will be getting ready for it because before X amount there are certain kinds of voters, but we will use the power we have in the media to push more women out there to go and vote because we have stakes in this also. So just like you say, we open the pages every day, we see people betraying their mothers, killing. We don't like that kind of story either. But it's just that we need to bring these issues to the table so that come 2015 we're making the right decisions.
We read in the papers last week that for Ajaokuta Steel Company to be totally, completely revamped, we need $1.2 billion.
Imagine that.
Now, if you have that company running, we have steel in Nigeria that you can sell. It becomes raw material for producing cars that you can export. Why isn't the government looking at doing those things instead of recurrent debt?
Let's take $20 billion
let's
from
tweets so we can close this segment. Go ahead.
Oluwatife says most countries are riddled with debt. Nigeria is no exception, but we should properly manage so it doesn't become enormous. Igbine Dion Sami says the government keeps borrowing, yet we see lame developments in the country. Where is this money going to? Buying luxury that we don't have on the long run, which I think are important.
As I said, we can't finish up this discussion because the debt profile will continue to increase, and we need to bring in an economist, somebody who comes and tells us exactly how this money, what the setback for us if we continue in this debt profile,
and how can we stem the tide?
Exactly.
Stop it now before it goes.
At some point, we're going to bring in an expert to come and explain better to us. But up next, we need to move on to safety measures on Let's Talk. Stay with us. We'll be right back.